Hey y'all, welcome to Tea Tuesday. So this is our third Tea Tuesday of the year, and today we're going to talk about overcoming obstacles when you are trying to make a healthy lifestyle change. So I'm going to give you all a moment to come in. I know sometimes it's a slight delay, so I'm going to give you a moment to log in and everything while I update this. I forgot to put Small Business Week. This week is National Small Business Week. Um, so you all, I know a lot of small business people. Hey RJ, I know a lot of small business people are on here as well, my friends. So you may also want to, give a shout, especially if you have something that my community might like that's gluten free, dairy free, or something. Definitely give me a shout out with that. Reach out to me or say contact me or something like that, and I can reach out to you. Dude, you see I'm talking right now. Hey, Aunt Jackie. And as y'all come in, say hello, even if you can't stay long.
Hello.
Even if you can't stay long, you can still come on and say hello because and say the video so you can check back later. Because I'm going to give tips. So since I have everybody can't come in already, okay. Deuce, you just ate. So I had everybody come in already, so I'm going to get started. So I do, like I said, my name is Emerald Thomas. I am the creator of Southern Belle Remix, which is a gluten and dairy free. Look, Deuce. Look, Aunt Jackie, say hello. I'm a gluten and dairy free lifestyle blogger. Now recently, I'm doing like a soft launch of my baked goods. So by my birthday, which is next month, I'll have everything should be all together to do the full on launch. So I'm still taking orders right now, local. Hopefully by my birthday, I'll be set up for everything to be shipped to people around the country. So I do focus on the gluten dairy free lifestyle because that's my lifestyle. Even in my pregnancy, sometimes you'll see me talk about he's drinking my tea. You'll see me talk about my cravings because even though I'm pregnant, I still have to eat gluten dairy free. So it doesn't just switch off and on for me. Like some people may think, oh, she won't be gluten free while she's pregnant. No, it's actually a lifestyle I have to live. And so for Tea Tuesday, the thing about it is that every Tuesday I come on, sip my tea, and like a little saying, spill the tea, on things different phone call. Spill the tea about different things as far as it goes with the gluten and dairy free lifestyle. Stop, dudes. So that's what being a parent with a child. Sometimes you get those little interruptions. But I'm sure y'all understand. But okay, let me get back on here. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the, hey daddy, I'm going to get into the obstacles that you may face and the things that you need to overcome. The first tip I have for you all is the first obstacle that you may face, and thank y'all for sharing and inviting people to join in, is yourself. And what I mean by that is, okay, that's enough. What I mean by that is sometimes your mentality may be when you first find out that you have a food allergy, or you have to change your eating habits to be healthier, or you can no longer eat certain things. Your mentality, it takes a while for your mind to adjust to it because you probably are used to eating it, even if it made you feel bad for a long time or even all your life. Stop. And so you may be at the point in your life where you're like, okay, what am I going to do? So sometimes some people, they'll treat it like a diet and be careless, and they'll eat it sometimes, even though they shouldn't. Okay, go play with in your room. And then another thing also is that they have a hard time accepting the change. So a lot of times people will say, well, I'll just eat this way sometimes, or they won't actually make the change that they're supposed to make, and they make the situation worse. And then of course that's a learning curve. So you may feel bad because you're trying hard to stay on track, but you may make a mistake. You may assume that something that fits into your diet, but you find out later that it didn't. Like for instance, I was eating a cereal that's gluten free, but I never realized that it had some skim milk in it. And some people may think, okay, skim milk is okay, but I'm allergic to dairy, cow's milk specifically. So if I can't have cow's milk, and skim milk still is a derivative of cow's milk. Hey, Aubrey. So I come on here and sorry, Audrey. I come on here and and I'm like, okay, why does my tongue feel funny every time I eat this cereal? And then I looked it up. I was like, dang it, how did I miss this? But I know at first I was gluten free, and I wasn't dairy free, so it was an adjustment. So you have the learning curve. Sometimes you may feel bad because you're like, oh man, I should have known better. I shouldn't have made that mistake. So that's something that a challenge that you have within yourself sometimes that make it difficult, but you can overcome that over time. When you just come to terms with everything and you accept the fact that, hey, this is my new lifestyle that I have to do for whatever reason. This is for my good. And of course, you know that you're probably going to make some mistakes along the way. You know, that's just a part of life. So just keep learning from that and doing your best. So that's the main way you can overcome that obstacle. The next obstacle I have is your friends and family. So some of your friends and family may make negative comments, or they may be enablers. So I'll give you one example. When I first started eating healthier, we lived near a Sonic, and they went through that phase, but they, like they have now, half price shakes after 8 o'clock. And so you're like, man, I'm trying to eat healthier. I'm trying to work out more. I'm trying to lose weight. And you see that thing, you're like, man, that's a good deal. And then you'll go to Sonic. You'll get that half price shake. And then which I don't have nothing against Sonic. That's what you like. That's what you like. And then you go and you find out that, like, okay, it's half price, so let me just go ahead and get the large instead of just getting a small one. And, and the next thing you know, you have some extra calories, and whatever you burned off in the gym, you then added that and more back into your into your calorie count, and then you're just like, dang it. So, sometimes you're trying to lose weight. Sorry, dude. So you're trying to lose weight or something, and your spouse, your significant other, it's like, hey, let's go eat this. Ooh, I feel like going to Cheesecake Factory. Ooh, I sure haven't had a cheesecake in a while. Like, oh, now you want to eat a cheesecake. That's some little challenges that your family and friends may have. And like the negative comments, they may say, well, hey, you didn't always have this problem. Why is it a problem now?
Candy.
Yeah, candy. See, look, there he go, trying to add stuff to it. And so they might say, you didn't have this problem before. Why don't you want to eat it? And then they get offended because you're not eating what they cooked. And then you may feel guilty and say, oh, let me eat it so that we won't have any bad blood. And you feeling bad later. Or, you may find yourself in a position where you second guessing yourself because of what they're saying, because of course if just your friend or family member, you love them and respect their opinion, so you're gonna feel like, man, I feel kind of bad, so those things can be an obstacle for you, but you have to, eventually they'll come around, or they don't come around. You just got to accept the fact that they just don't get it. And then also, one thing I did learn, and this is no shade to nobody, this is just to encourage someone else that might be dealing with what I had to experience. Some people, when you make a change for the better, sometimes it scares other people. And because when they look at you, they look at the changes they need to make. And so when they see that you're making that change, it makes them be held accountable and say, okay, what's stopping me from doing what I have to do? So sometimes people that's close to you will put up resistance because they looking in the mirror now like, okay, now she's getting herself together. What is my excuse? And so, you may have to deal with some of those comments, and eventually people may come around and say, you know what, I was ignorant to the fact of why you did this, or you know what, now I know I need to do this. Because more than likely, if you're family, if you have a health issue, there's a good chance that someone else in your family has a similar health issue. So if you notice something with your family member, you notice in certain symptoms, you probably need to talk to your doctor too. Oh my gosh, he just spit in my tea. Go back to your room. You see, I got this special pregnancy tea, and he playing in it. Just go to your room. And so, those are things that you learn, as the journey goes on. So that's a way to overcome that. Another thing is like when you go to restaurants. So you may find yourself in a restaurant, and you're like, some places may be like, do you have a gluten-free menu? And they're like, no. And I've called some places ahead of time to see if they had a gluten-free menu, and they were pretty rude. I'm like, like, you want my money, right? You want to stay in business, like, you can be more polite. And they were like, and so some people just don't want to accommodate you because they feel like it's too much of a hassle. Then also, some people may not take you seriously because they see it as a fad diet, and they're like, oh, now everybody's gluten-free or everybody has a food allergy. When the truth is, if you look it up, a lot of millennials have some kind of food allergy or something. So it's getting more and more common for a reason. It's not because people are making it up. It's people are having problems with certain foods for a reason. So some people just really ignorant to your struggle unless they have a family member that deals with it or they deal with it themselves. So, and you have the way you may overcome it. I always tell you, prepare and plan ahead, call ahead. There have been some occasions where I went to certain restaurants and I told them, for some reason they come back to the table and they'll verify, like, is this an allergy? I don't particularly know why it's a big deal for them to verify it's an allergy, but of course I'm like, yes. And the chef usually looks and say, hey, this is what you can have, and they'll accommodate you. And in other instances, of course, you can look online for the gluten-free menu. Most places have a gluten-free menu. And if you need some recommendations for certain restaurants, I did find a list recently of some high-ranked restaurants that's like chains, so they're not really just local, they should be national. They have some pretty good gluten-free menus, and people rate them high because a lot of people have celiac disease, and it's like really life or death for them eating gluten. So you have to, do your research. You're welcome to reach out to me and ask me if I saw something or saw some like article that recommended places in a certain area. I'm happy to share that with you because it does take some anxiety out of your planning your trip. Like, for instance, me, I'm pregnant. I'm traveling next month for a destination wedding. I'm already doing research to find out what I can eat there. Of course, I'm going to pack some things myself, even though we paid for all-inclusive, just in case, because I can't afford to be sitting there hungry, especially being pregnant. So there's some things that I have to plan ahead for, being responsible. And it really doesn't take a whole lot of time to do. So, as you travel, that's one thing you have to keep in mind because you're not always in a position to cook a full meal on vacation. So definitely plan ahead as much as you can. And once you kind of get used to some things, like I have my go-to restaurants in my area. So if I have to get something in a pinch, I know I can order this, and this from this place or these places. Yeah. That's another thing I want to mention about family. Sometimes family and friends, like when you cook for the holidays, if they know that your food is made without something in it, like gluten-free or dairy-free, they'll be like, ooh, this tastes different. But when you don't say something, they usually don't tell the difference because sometimes it's in people's heads. So that might be hurt your feelings. Don't let it hurt your feelings because sometimes people just scared to try new things. Okay, I talked about the restaurants and the different obstacles you could face with that. And then also when you co-workers and like social functions. So I know a lot of people like going to happy hour after work, and happy hour doesn't always have the healthiest food with your drinks. So you find yourself in a position where you tempted to eat something you're not supposed to eat, or especially there's some alcoholic beverages, which I forgot to pull that list up, I'm sorry, they actually have gluten in it, so you may, you got to be careful with some of the drinks you drink and some of the cocktails because it may have, if you're new to being gluten-free, and you might say, man, I feel so bad when I ate that or drank that, and like, what did I do? And then it could be something you drank instead of something that you ate. So happy hour can be a really tricky subject for you. You may have to step away from happy hour until you figure out a way where you can balance it. Oh, thank you. Another thing you can do, like I know a lot of my friends, I see y'all talk about when y'all trying to lose weight and you go to work and they have like free donuts, or they have all those little cakes and cookies and chips and juices and they have them all in a corner, and then you can just easily go up and get it for free. And a lot of people are like, man, it's hard for me to lose weight. Why they have this here being tempting me? And you You may have a hard time like, man, how can I make a healthier change? Well, my suggestion is to ask requests for healthier snacks. And then, of course, worst come to worst, bring your own snacks. I mean, because it is your health. And more than likely, they're probably going to say, okay, we'll put some fruit in there instead, or we'll put some water, like different things that's not so you can have an option. I know for Trent, he told me when they would go out to eat because of, with business stuff, sometimes you do have to, yeah, fruit is easy. With business stuff, you usually have to go out and bring a customer, a client to eat lunch. And so he had to make a healthy choice, when he would go on those lunches so he can stay on track. And, I know it's hard sometimes, free food, how even back in college, you get free food, you're like, hey, I'm going to get what I want. But you have to think about the bigger picture. And, just say, you may have to say, hey, I'm going to get a salad this time, or whatever the case may be, to stay on track for your health. And I know a lot of employers are getting more health conscious. So even if they weren't as health conscious before, I'm sure they'll be open to doing things that benefit your health, because if you're healthy, you can go to work. So it's some struggles and some obstacles, but there are ways around it. And honestly, bring your own lunch. Hey, Vicky, bring your own lunch is the smartest thing you can do because you save so much money. And I like eating salads more than probably the average person does. And I always was like that. My friends used to tease me about it, but I recommend if you like those little salad bars with all that stuff, the toppings, you can go to the store. You could control what ingredients you put in it, so you can get a good quality salad dressing. They do have some healthier salad dressings without all the preservatives and junk in it. Hey, you can make your own salad dressing and have it in your fridge. And then you can pick your salad. You can say, I want to add these veggies to it. I want to do grilled shrimp. I want to do fish, like grilled fish. Or I want to do chicken. And you can do all those things, pack it up for the week, and bring it to work. And so you're getting your healthy choice. You're getting something a little different like you would in a restaurant, but you're not tempted to eat bad. And I do recommend doing proper portion size. Don't just get a little bit of salad and then you're starving and run into the vending machine later. But you can say, okay, I'm gonna bring a hard boiled egg from a snack. I'm gonna bring a banana, an apple, whatever the case may be. You can pack a whole lunch with all kind of healthy snacks. Try to stay within your goal, whatever your case. Some people may have a sugar, need to stay in a certain kind of carb thing for their sugar, or some people may have to watch how much sodium they have. So everybody has different things they may have to pay attention to. So just do whatever can fit into that constraint and be creative. Have fun with it. I know, Trent, sometimes I have this little apple thing that I got from one of my friends. And, that's one of the great things about being in the direct sales industry. No, you have a lot of friends that sell some really cool things that you can use. And I have an apple thingy that takes the core out. And sometimes I do apple slices. And you can do peanut butter with it if you eat peanut butter. I don't. If you have a nut allergy, there are what's that? Sunflower seed butter. They're almond butter and stuff. You can do apple slices in that, and as a snack. So even if you have something at work that's healthy to eat, you can have a snack or something you pack with you. And the reason why I encourage you doing that is because, for one, I'm really big into fresh fruit and veggies. Because sometimes you just don't know what's in the prepackaged things. And then another thing is, you just never know, sometimes where people get their stuff at when you eating out. I try to limit that as much as I can, because cookie butter, I wouldn't recommend cookie butter. It's not gluten free. I don't think they have a gluten free one yet. And I don't think it's, healthy. I think it has a lot of sugar in it. I have to look at the label again to see how much. Almond butter is good. Yeah, sun butter. Those are good too. I haven't tried the sun butter or almond butter because I'm not really a butter person. But I guess it's like a nut butter person, but I do like nut based milks instead. But I'm really huge into packing your own snacks and lunch because you just don't know what other people put into some of their snack packs and stuff. And then I also recommend like nuts and stuff. And then there are certain brands, like once you have a thing where you can trust certain brands, like you might say, okay, this bar is on sale. I'm gonna pick up a few. That's what I usually do. I pick up a few, I taste them, and then once I figure out which ones I like, when they go on sale again, I stock up on as much as I can of them, and put those in my purse sometimes. So when I'm on the go, if I get hungry, I can have something to munch on. Okay, I might try the sun butter just to see how it tastes and see if Deuce likes it, because I know him and Fancy love peanut butter. I saw a dog, she loves peanut butter. But but so those are just different things you can do because it's an obstacle in the beginning. When you're trying to make a lifestyle change, even if it's not just food, some people have a hard time making lifestyle changes in general, especially like when it comes to exercising. You could easily fall off because it's something so different and it's hard for your body to kind of come get used to. And then sometimes your friends and family, some people around you that's close to you, are not really encouraging. Thankfully, I don't really have that problem because my friends and family are pretty understanding about me taking care of myself. But there are some people, when you're trying to lose weight, eat healthier, they'll give you some resistance or they'll bring drama to your life. So instead of you working out, you listen to them talk about something completely unnecessary. So this definitely, excuse me, dude's spit in my teeth, so I can't drink it no more to clear my throat. But there's definitely something that you should work on and point out, like when you kind of see that you're facing an obstacle, take a step back. I'm a woman of faith, so I believe in prayer. Pray, ask God to help you overcome that obstacle, and do what you have to do. Because the whole point is when you are trying to make a lifestyle change, you will get some resistance in some form. Hey, Maria. So I do thank y'all for joining in. Do y'all have any questions before I log off? I know there's a slight delay, so I'm going to give y'all some time. But I really do encourage you all. I'll just go back and recap. But I really encourage you all to fight through the obstacle instead of giving in. Because it's easy to give up. But the end results in the long run, that's what's very important. So like your obstacle may be yourself and your own mindset, adjusting to what the lifestyle change you have to make. And then also your friends and family may be because they may not get it or they may not like the change that you're doing. Maybe they see that they need to make a change, so it feels like they may feel like you become too preachy and telling them, okay, I lost 15 pounds, you need to stop eating that cake. So some people may feel like you're going to judge them for not making a change. Going to restaurants, you may not know where to go. They may have an attitude when you ask them about gluten-free or dairy-free or whatever, what's in this. Some people get offended about that, or they don't know what you're talking about. They might give you something wrong. I have experienced that somebody didn't understand when I was saying, do you have a gluten-free menu? And they said, you want free food? I was like, no, I said gluten-free. And I tried to spell it. I just said, okay, forget it. It's not the place I need to eat. But also another thing you need to pay attention to is coworkers and social functions. Like they might be a little difficult. Yeah, it is. Change is good. It might be a little difficult to socialize with your new dietary restriction, but there are ways around it. And of course, as times go on, you can find a way to make changes so you are still able to be social without missing out on anything. And so I do encourage you all to reach out to me if y'all have any questions about it. You can comment on this video even when it's no longer live. You can send me an email, emerald@southernbelleremix.com. Like I recently announced, I'm doing like a soft launch of my baked goods right now. So I'm taking orders locally And eventually I will, well, next month, that's my goal for my birthday. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there that I will work on shipping. So instead of just doing local, I'm going to work on shipping to people, because I know the whole thing about Southern Belle Remix is that I'm a Southern Belle remix of my life to fit into this new lifestyle change that I had to make a few years ago, but also remixing recipes. I do not believe that because you have a food allergy or a dietary restriction that your food has to be disgusting, that your food has to be bland. And I mean, yeah, sometimes I do make it, you know, I might tweak it and may not put as much salt in some things for myself, but when it come down to it, and if I'm making something that's soul food, but it's not with gluten or dairy in it, it's gonna taste like soul food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't believe in sacrificing taste for health. Like, there's a way around it without giving up one for the other. So now I will say sometimes the texture may be slightly different, but it still will taste good. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this, because of course the flours are different. It's not wheat flour and everything. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have it for the yeah, I'll have it for the family reunion. So, you know, eventually I will give you a heads up of some things I'm gonna offer. Macaroons, like the French style, like the sandwich style, not just like the egg white with the clump. I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna do, of course, chocolate chip cookies, tea cakes. Those aren't unavailable yet, but the chocolate chip cookies are. Bundt cakes. I'm doing mini bundt cakes now. The first order is going out this weekend, but it's gonna be gluten free, dairy free, and at request I'll do egg free. Because some people don't do eggs, so you do have to make a request for that. But definitely gluten free and dairy free all the time. Like, you don't have to second guess that. It would always be gluten and dairy free. But so I will have different flavors rolling out, and I will tell you how to order. Oh yeah, I love macarons. And you know the thing about macarons, even if you're not a person that eat gluten free, most of the time it's gluten free. You may not realize it, but I rarely see a macaron that's it usually has dairy in it sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's pretty much almost always gluten free. I haven't personally eaten one that wasn't gluten free. So those of you that's like, ooh, gluten free, if you ate that before, you ate some gluten free. More than likely. So those are different things I'm going to be offering. And like I said, I'm not marketing these baked goods as healthy baked food goods. I'm marketing them as baked goods without gluten and dairy. So if you're gluten free or dairy free, you say, hey, I want a cookie today. Hey, I want some cake today. You have that option without ingesting gluten or dairy. You know, that's what it basically means. It doesn't mean that you can eat a whole lot of stuff and lose weight. You know, that's not what it's about, because we do deserve treats. And sometimes everybody that's gluten free is not on a diet all the time. Sometimes people who are gluten free are just gluten free for other reasons outside of trying to lose weight. So I don't want, a lot of people do assume that, you know, if you're gluten free, you're trying to lose weight. That's not always the case for anybody, for everybody. So I do treat it as a cheat meal, or a cheat snack. You know, it's like a treat. It's not, so I don't want you to assume that. But yeah, if y'all have any special requests, like I did receive a special request the other day for a cake. You know, just let me know, and I'll let you know if that's something that I can accommodate. But the point is, the chocolate chip cookies, and the mini bun cakes will be rolling out more and more. That'll be the first thing rolling out, and then I will have other things. So if you have a request, I know a lot of y'all like oatmeal cookies and oatmeal raisin cookies. Those will roll out sooner than later as well. I will have individual pies and all that stuff. So you will get access to that soon. So just be on the lookout. If more people request one thing more than others, then of course that will roll out first, because I want to make y'all happy. So yeah, that's it. And if y'all have any questions or comments about anything, let me know. Reach out to me. And I will let you all know too when it's on the website where you can do the order, because I'm going to set it up so you can do like an easy way to order what you want. and so we can move a little. I can move everything a little faster for you, because right now I'm doing everything manually. But that's really it. I just wanted to keep talking and give y'all some time to ask your questions live so that I can answer them. If y'all have anything y'all want to ask me, and if or want me to talk about next week or the following weeks, let me know. If you have a product, makeup, lotion, food, anything, a seasoning, a kitchen product that might help someone prep their meals easier. If you sell it or, make it, talk to me. Maybe we can work something out so I can share it with people, because people are looking for ways to make their lives easier. There's gluten in products like makeup and body stuff and shampoos and stuff. So if people know about your brand, and they can't use gluten, maybe they're allergic. Some people are allergic to wheat. So if some people can't use it for whatever reason, that's a way to educate people, let them know that you have something that you can offer them that will help them on their journey. So reach out to me, send me a message, and I will be happy to share, collaborate with you, and so we can share that. You will hear, I know soon you will hear about eating healthy on a budget. I'm collaborating with my friend Rachel. She is our financial guru that she has a lot of cool things, especially for kids, to teach them about finances. So I am teaching, helping her with that, with eating healthy on a budget. So you will hear details about that soon as well. And we can go into detail about ways to save money or, stay on budget while you're eating healthy. Because a lot of people say that eating healthy is expensive, and it doesn't always have to be the case. So I'll let you all go. I think it's about time for everybody to get started, Trenton to get started on his ab class that he's teaching for the next 2 weeks. So I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great week. Bye.